everybody, my name is Ehud Turkin, and it's officially for you guys, or when I'm uploading this video rather, it's gonna be 7 days. Was it 7? Yeah, 7. Oh my gosh, it's 7 days. So, it's officially 7 days and 11 hours until Fallout 4 comes out, guys, and oh my gosh. I decided to make my top 5 things I'm most looking forward to in the game. Now, these things are going to have to be like kind of confirmed things. Things that I know are gonna happen. 2 things that I kind of wish did happen that aren't gonna happen. One, I can't build myself a companion army. I can't have more than 2 companions at a time. The other thing I'm really looking for, I'm really hoping is in the game. I'm not sure if it's gonna be in the game. This is really something I don't know if it's gonna be in the game. Is that in the character creation, not only can you do like my blue hair, but I can also do my red streaks, so you can get like designs into the hair. We do need to talk about the top 5 Fallout 4 things that I'm so looking forward to. So, without further ado, let's go! Number 5! Character creation / hearing my own name. So, in Fallout 4's character creation is probably one of the most interesting, deep, and probably odd character creation kits. Basically what it's going to be is you can create whatever character you want. And like I kind of mentioned, I kind of want to change the hair color, get my red streak in there. But I'm really looking forward to spending a good amount of time making the character look somewhat like me, and making it really interesting to see how the different types of characters are. On top of that, I'm also looking forward to actually hearing my name. They say they have thousands of names already pre-recorded so people can say my name, and I really hope Jeremy or maybe even Ehud, though I'm not expecting Ehud to be in there, I am expecting Jeremy to be in there because, let's face it, Jeremy is actually a pretty common name. But other than all of that, this is actually on the last one on the list because, let's face it, it's not exactly what one would expect from a Fallout game. You get a deep, interesting character creation, but you also get a lot of fun times making your character. Weapon customization. Now, let's face it, in Fallout, mods were kind of a thing in Fallout New Vegas, and in Fallout 3 there were no mods, but this time they've gone all out. You take a base weapon and turn it into a whole new badass weapon just by having a few things that are basically just laying around the hub world, like teddy bears and globes and turpentine. But this time around, this is going to be one of the more interesting things. Personally, I think I'm going to spend at least the first part of the game building a really awesome couple of weapons that I'm going to be carrying around me for probably almost the entire game. Now, I'm not saying that this is going to be hugely dependent upon how I'm going to play, but rather in the sense that I really want to explore this part of the game a lot. I probably am thinking to myself, this is going to be something that when I finally get around to, actually playing the game, having a deep and intricate modding system and weapon building systems will allow us to have a lot more freedom to play on how we play, and also giving us a chance to take on harder enemies very early on and not having to worry about being killed or having the floor wiped with us so easily that we basically spent no chance at all. Now, also a problem with this is going to be how much is this actually going to make your character stronger or weaker based on how good you are at making weapons. Can you make the world's greatest weapon simply by having a couple of teddy bears laying around, or is it actually going to be a thing where you have to go out and find very exclusive parts? That also goes for the armor itself. I really do think the armor is going to be important, but I also think finding the power cells for the armor needs to be at least somewhat of a challenge. Other than that, I think this is going to be one of my favorite parts of the game. A giant world. Now, this world has actually been said to be at least twice the size of Skyrim. It's going to have way more stuff around it. It's going to be filled to the brim with just little things you can look through and look for. But alongside this, they're also going to make it really, really detailed. Just going to make this all the more fun to look through. The game itself is going to feature tons of hub worlds, tons of different places you can explore, and on top of that, it's going to have tons of different characters and such, and that's going to be the fun part about this. Find the fun and crazy things that Fallout are famous for, and figuring out exactly what is going on in this world. What's different about it from Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas? What makes this place different in this world? On top of that, I'm also looking forward to seeing things like the Memory Den and other things that are going to be becoming part of the DLC. these things are just going to drive me crazy to figure this out because this world's going to be so deep. Finding everything out about it is going to take me forever, and I'm so looking forward to being able to explore this game for as long as physically possible. Number 2. Awesome and varied companions and enemies. Now let's face it, in Fallout New Vegas and even in Fallout 3, there were pretty limited characters and companions. They basically fell on a few different categories, but for the most part they were all pretty much the same and can be dealt with the same. In this game, I want to see having to have different tactics for dealing with different enemies, and also having different companions who can help us deal with different enemies, but also be completely useless against other enemies. Being able to be balanced and being able to deal with any situation doesn't just involve dealing with one situation the same way, basically hitting yourself against a brick wall. Instead, I want to be able to deal with situations organically as possible. Number 1. Now this one should come as no surprise to anybody. I want this game to be about the story. Bethesda has done an amazing job at really keeping the entire story under wraps. We really kind of have next to no clue about what's going on besides, hey, we were in Vault 111, we were cryogenically frozen, and now we're in Boston or Massachusetts or wherever. We have very little to actually go on about this, and that's the important part about this. Exploring the storyline for me is so cool and going to be so awesome, but at the same time it's going to be difficult to look at this game and think to ourselves, are we really going to be getting this awesome storyline? And that's actually something I say yes. Bethesda's really good at making storylines and making them deep and intricate. They also have learned to focus a lot on side quests. I don't think we're going to get something as simple as this main storyline in Skyrim, but I also don't believe that we're going to get something as deep and intricate as Fallout New Vegas, where you literally could only do the storyline in like maybe 10 hours if you're really, really good and know exactly what you're doing. But I am looking forward to this storyline. Fallout World is huge, deep, intricate, and it contains thousands of different possibilities for any one situation, and because of that, I believe the greatest and most important part of this entire game is going to be exploring the storyline and seeing exactly where Bethesda is going to go with this world, with this story, and just how it's going to affect the Fallout world in general. All in all, I believe this is the most important and most thing I'm going to be looking forward to for this game, and that is that it is going to be deep, intricate stories that are going to constantly be changing, constantly going to have layers upon layers in them that are going to keep me interested in this game for a long time. Maybe even warranting a couple of different playthroughs just to figure out all the different angles. Have it. My top 5 things I'm most looking forward to about Fallout 4. You guys, what are you guys most looking forward to? Are you guys looking forward to something else? Is there something else? Do you have any fan theories you want to share with me? I'm going to do the biggest everything. I'm just gonna go crazy about this when it does come out. I'm also gonna be crazy about it next Monday. I'm making a video, so you guys can be excited for that. But other than that, you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. See ya. Oh, wait. See ya.
Let's go, pal.